Hello and good day. What's up, everyone? This message is brought to you by Tabasco Chipotle sauce. It's not really, but I wouldn't mind if they wanted to be a part of this. And it just happened to be on my desk, so I thought I would post it. You know how much better this makes food? They really should become a sponsor of the show. Tabasco, the Chipotle pepper sauce edition of Zack Miller Live, episode 31. Can you freaking believe that? It's been 31 episodes of that little show we call Zack Miller Live, where every weekday, sometime around 2:30, if you're watching it live, I go on and rant about a bunch of random things. Yup. But you guys love it because I help you so much get to the bottom of what you're looking to do in business and in life, and then sometimes in hot sauce. How funny would it be if I actually got these people, the Tabasco brand, to become a sponsor just by simply saying, "This message is brought to you by Tabasco, the Chipotle edition." I never knew of. I actually really only like this kind. The other ones I don't necessarily care for, but it was on my desk, so I figured I'd say it. Why? Because these are the things you do to get attention. You put random bottles of hot sauce. I was not planning on talking about this long. I really wasn't. But while I'm here, I might as well. So what is your favorite food to put Chipotle Tabasco sauce on? Mine is actually Chipotle. And other kind of like Tex-Mex type of things. Maybe at the end we'll post this back up. But thanks, Tabasco Chipotle, for helping me out today, even though you haven't given me money to say that yet. That was not a paid sponsorship. It was just me attempting to stall to get some people on before we actually get things rolling. Because apparently, according to the Facebook algorithms, those are things that you have to do. So the more people that are on, the more people will get to see you and can engage with you. I don't know. I just wanted to give a shout out to a hot sauce brand. All right, so as you can see in the title, it says, I did something yesterday that I can't stand when others do. So what do you think it is? So I tell you basically everything that I do. I tell you almost everything that I do in business, on Facebook, on social, in life, maybe not at home life, but I tell you guys a lot about what I do. I'm very transparent because I want to open up the doors so that you guys can see kind of what has gotten me to where I am. And there's nothing better to do than to be transparent about that. Why? Because people love transparency. And if I can get behind the scenes and show you, it seems to help. Stanley, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. And the others that are watching, thank you for being a part of Zack Miller Life. Okay, so I'm a liar. I'm literally a liar. And I'm kind of mad that I did this because I preach this so much. And it just, it hurts. But I think I've set a new precedent and I'm really kind of mad about it. I'm not trying to make this over dramatic, but I really, I do preach this thing a lot, so once you hear what it is, you're like, oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so specifically on social media, these things are supposed to be a social interaction, meaning when you provide one thing and someone provides, you should provide that thing back. Or if you ask for feedback, you should probably get it back. Or if someone engages with you, you should probably, you thought it, you said it, engage back. Okay, so yesterday was my, 34th birthday. And it's pretty crazy, not only that I'm 34, because I remember when I was graduating high school, I was 18, so that would have been 16 years ago. It's pretty crazy that I've almost lived half my life since high school. Still have amazing hair. Not only is that an amazing kind of thing to think about, but also just all the things that I've learned through that time and how when I was in high school, Dial-up internet was a thing. We only had one landline, so someone was on the phone or someone was on AOL Instant Messenger. Yes, AOL Instant Messenger. For those of you young folk who don't know what that is, that's like the Facebook messaging system, and that's it. But in my house, growing up, we had dial-up, so if I was online and someone picked up the phone to call, it would shut off. There wasn't really social networks back then. I learned how to type on a typewriter. God, that was terrible. But here I am, 16 plus years later, still happy as can be. I probably wasn't that happy back then, but I was. It's crazy to think that 34th birthday, 16 years ago, I was still in high school. It's just wild to think. But you've heard me preach about social media. Social media is a thing that social means engage, interact, communicate with people, blah, blah, blah. But what happens when people don't? Like, you look like an absolute moron. So yesterday was my birthday, and I got a bunch of text, a bunch of phone calls, a bunch of social media messages, a bunch of social media posts, a bunch of LinkedIn posts, a couple of tweets and stuff like that. And typically, usually, for the better part of the last 5 years since I've decided to start doing this, I would individually respond back to each and every person who messaged me. And unfortunately, this is the first year that I didn't do that. I don't really know why I didn't do it, but I just didn't. And so first of all, thank you. Thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. I appreciate that. And I'm disappointed in myself that I didn't go and do what I normally do by individually thanking you guys at the same time. And I didn't do it. You know, there's hundreds of people doing it. I was out with my family. And I guess I just didn't have the time. And by the time I finally got home, it just wasn't, I don't want to use the word priority, but it wasn't in my mind. And then today I'm like, I guess I just didn't do it. And so I'm disappointed in myself because I basically have been lying to you guys now. I said I was going to do this thing, and usually I do. But for some silly reason, other than basically not being home. And by the way, I'm pretty sure I'm about to do this. Actually, I'm going to do it with you guys on the phone. I'm deleting all social media off of my phone. Now, look, I really don't use my phone that much anyway. I mean, obviously you can tell because it's broken. I don't know if you can really tell. But I'm literally, and I don't know how long I'll keep this, but I'm deleting all these things from my phone. Why? Because I want to be even more productive. Okay, delete Facebook. Oh, they're going to be so mad that I did this. Delete. You can't really tell, but I'm deleting Facebook. Delete. Are you sure? Yep. It won't let me. How funny is that? Delete Twitter. Delete Twitter. Yep. And gone. Delete LinkedIn. Yep. I'll keep Instagram because I barely look at that. Okay, I think that's fair. And these other things, I just know that I don't do it. Okay, so look. I'm waiting for LinkedIn to go. Look, we've been talking about, I know you can barely see it, but they're not there anymore. I'm very rarely on Instagram, so I'm not worried about that one. Okay, so the reason I did that, not only to prove a point, but is the fact that I really just did it, Stanley. Because we need to be more in the moment, right? And if I can get on Facebook on my desktop or my laptop when I need to, then I'll do it when I need to. I don't need to get, and I don't get notifications from those places already, right? Because I get no notifications on my phone. But now, I don't even have to check this. You know, I could be scrolling somewhere. Nope. Not going to do it because they're not there anymore. So I have a Gmail account on here. That's about it. I only really do that because I have messages and I barely even check that. My whole point is that we can take over our lives back. And a lot of people have not been for the long time. And they're like, oh, well, how do I fix this? Well, turn off notifications and turn off things that you don't need, right? Nothing is super eager on any of those things that I just deleted that I can't be 100% in control of. And so I just showed you. I did it. They're not going to come back. And you know what? I'm not going to miss them. It already happens, right? Like people are on Facebook like, Zach, you didn't respond to me for like 8 hours. Yeah, I'm busy. And I don't need to just do that. Okay, so there's one rant that just did it. I just decided, like, I don't need these tools on my phone. I can check them on my desktop, my laptop when I want to, and that's it. So if you're watching, you're trying to communicate with me, and I don't respond for hours, that's why now. But number two, okay, so I didn't basically respond to people who said happy birthday. So thank you guys to everyone who wished me a 34th happy birthday. That's awesome. Hey, Chris, how are you? Hey, Denon. Hey, DJ. What's up, man? And thank you for all of you guys who are listening. But here's the thing. I just didn't think that I needed to respond. And I'm disappointed in it. But I didn't do it. Am I disappointed in myself? Absolutely. But I've moved on from it. Okay, so for my birthday, I've been swimming. I've been telling you guys this. I go to the YMCA, and I go swimming. Well, I didn't realize this until last week, but swimming is like the most boring thing. And I mean, I've swam probably thousands of miles, tens of thousands of miles, and I never realized how boring it was. And so I got this present. So it's a waterproof iPod Shuffle, and it hooks to my goggles. And then it's got these little, like, these guys could sponsor me too. And then it just connects here, and then I go swimming, and I'm like, la 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 la. What's great about it? Okay, so the business is called Audio Flood. I really like these guys, actually. This stuff is quite great. I've only swam twice since I got them because I swam yesterday, I swam today. So I've used it twice. But no joke, it has made swimming great again. So I don't know if they want to hear that, but Audio Flood has made swimming great again. Whether you're running, whatever, I think it'd be a really good tool. They just go like right here, and they're pretty sweet. Chris Tillett, thanks, brother. I think I actually responded to you. I don't remember. But here it is. So it's this waterproof iPod Shuffle. And it says waterproof by, I don't know, waterproof by Audio Flood. These guys are cool. So I was looking for actually waterproof and Bluetooth wireless headphones. And honestly, a lot of stuff just wasn't impressive. And then I posted on this group from the Swim Nerd Masters swim group. And I said, what do you guys use? And some guy goes, this. So it was a birthday present. Used them. They're super perfect. I like them so far. They had like 30, I'm going to butcher this number. It's like 2,400 or 3,700 positive reviews on Amazon. I was like, wow. People swear by them. So it was great. So I got one. Pretty cool. I guess I've been talking about that. And I'm super, it has made swimming great again. And you just swim. I've been listening to a podcast. So I was listening to, I think I've been telling you guys, I've been listening to a few from Lance Armstrong. Really interesting stuff. And then a bunch of people have been telling me to download, and I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but How I Built This, NPR. So I downloaded the Wikipedia version. I'll probably swim tomorrow at some point, and I will let you guys know about that. But obviously, this is the greatest content in the world, so this is what you would want to listen to. All right, enough about that. So another thing that I did yesterday, though, so the first thing that I've done that I'm a liar about is what did I do? I did not respond to people on social media. And I feel like an absolute schmuck, to be honest. I was like, damn, like, I just didn't do it. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to. I know I'm not going to. But thank you to everyone who wished me a happy birthday. I truly appreciate it. I'm grateful. And I apologize for not responding. On to the next. So, the number 2 thing that I've done, I sent an email on my birthday asking people to buy my thing. I've seen this done a million times. I've never done it. This is the first you guys are going to hear about this. So when we were putting together the Kickstarter for Anomaly, the Kickstarter is now done. We have successfully funded it. I think we made it like $8,100 or something like that. We were trying to make 7,531 which was a prime number and just an odd number, so the anomaly in itself. And like we were going to do 31 days, I think, or 29 days because it was a weird prime number. And a lot of the numbers on the Kickstarter platform were prime numbers. We came up with this idea to do that. And so I was looking at the Kickstarter, like the last minute reviews. And then I was like, I wonder what date it will end. And then I went into March. So we started, I think, the 21st of February. And then I was looking and it was going to end like the 23rd of March. And I was like, we should make this end on my birthday. So we've had this concept for, 4.5, 5 weeks now. And it was really interesting. Like I've never done something like that. And I don't want to say never do it again, but never do it again. But the subject line was something like, Zach's birthday wish is this. And we basically said, this is your last chance to join the Kickstarter. If you guys still want the book, the Kickstarter's over. We'll probably put some other like just pre-orders out before the book comes out. What's up, Rebecca? What's up, Chris, Justin, Stanley, DJ? Thanks for being here. Talking about the things that I lied about or the things that I've never done before that I did yesterday. And so an email went out. And honestly, I think it worked. So we got some last second backers, which is great. And even people today going, oh, I missed it. How can I still get it? So I don't know. Like it is a little douchey, I think. But at the same time, like if knowing the whole story now, like sitting there reviewing it, wondering what day, and then saying, this might give us that one last little push. It did what it was supposed to do. Thinking like the anomaly, not most people will ask money like on their birthday and stuff like this. I do think I could have even done this, but I didn't. I could have posted something on Facebook like, like a stupid picture of me like, hi, or like with a birthday hat on, like, like it's my birthday. If you want to give me a present and you haven't, you can back it on this Kickstarter. I didn't do that. I probably should have done that, but I didn't. But I think that probably would have worked too. I probably could have made a couple $1,000s from something like that because people would have been like, here's $17, whatever. So 17 was like one of the, that's what you could get one of the books for. 17 because it's my favorite number. It's also a prime number, which makes it an anomaly. So all these little like Easter egg things that like are in there that most people didn't get. But ultimately, I sent out an email on my birthday saying, give me money. Is ultimately what it is. I don't think it was that rude, but I mean, that's what it said. And number 2 is I preach, respond to people on social. I did not respond to people who wished me a happy birthday. Because what I see is these people then get super lazy and are like, oh, thank you for wishing me all the birthday. This is exactly what I'm doing right now. And I just think it's like, it's not genuine. And I really wasn't planning on doing it, but I did. And I do feel a little bad, but I mean, it usually takes a day to respond. Like, you get several hundred people going, happy birthday on several different platforms. I mean, I get texts, I get calls. Like I got home yesterday at like 7:30 and then I was on the phone for another hour and a half responding to phone calls. So I called people back. I just didn't do it on social media. Sorry. Then my buddy Kenya Williams, his daughter decided to call me. This is really cute. And I talked to her for a few minutes. I guess they were getting her ready for bed. I mean, that was nice. But at the end of the day, like, I've just been a liar. I feel like crap about it. But respond to people on social media, right? Like, you guys post something here, I respond, right? Occasionally I miss something. But I did something that I don't normally do. And then I sent an email on my birthday saying, hey, give me money. If you guys are one of those and you hated it, sorry. It was all planned, though. It was like, I got to do this. Like, the story's good in it. And so that's why I'm saying it's okay. But at the end of the day, it's happened. I don't regret it at all. But, I like to give you guys a behind-the-scenes look at my life and the things that I do, especially when it has to do with business and thinking about business. I can't remember if I've told you guys this, but the stage of the book now it is really in an edit stage. It hasn't gone to the official editor yet, but it's pretty close. It is now being read by some of my friends who will give me real advice on it instead of just saying, yeah, I like it. I don't want that. I want them to be like, this book sucks. Start over. Well, maybe they will. Maybe they won't. But if you're asking for advice from someone, you should get real advice from them. There's another part. The whole process has been interesting. We'll probably do a real deep dive on putting it together at some point after we kind of reflect on it and look at it and say, this is what we did. You know, we deleted chapters. We've added chapters. We've changed the titles of chapters. The only thing we probably haven't changed is the book cover and the tagline of that. I guess in theory that could change. It hasn't. Could. I guess in theory, but I don't think it will. But that's it. I mean, so I missed the mark one time. What does that mean, Stanley? I mean, I guess that's true, right? I'm like hard on myself for one time. Like I always follow up with people. I always respond and people like that. And then I missed the mark. Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know. You feel disappointed when you tell someone to do this thing and then you don't do it themselves because I hate that. I can't stand when people are like, well, this is what you should do. And then they don't do it themselves. Oh, you know what? If you want to be fit, you should go to the gym and eat greens. I'm going to eat a Big Mac. I mean, you're a liar. But you're right. The overwhelming majority of the time, I do exactly what I preach. I didn't do it once, and it was on a day of my birth. Maybe I can give myself a pass. I'm going to give myself a pass. All right. So this message is brought to you by Tabasco Chipotle. It's not. I'm lying. But if they want to, that would be great. These things are expensive too. Like, this is not a cheap bottle of sauce. So good for them. Like, putting together something that tastes great and gets a lot of money in their bank account. I appreciate that. All right. You saw me here. I deleted some stuff on my phone. It's still gone. Look, I'm going to show you. It ain't there. You ain't going to see it there. I cannot believe I did that. Look, they're not there. That's where like my social is. You'll see them there. Oh, Zach, your YouTube's still there. I could delete YouTube. I don't ever go on it. Right? Groups. You know what? I have a Facebook business group. I'm not getting rid of that. But I really don't get on it either. Instagram, never really there. Medium, Pinterest. No, I'm never really on those things anyway, so I probably could delete them. I just don't. Whatever. Showed you guys these great things. I just want to remind you guys. Audio flood. So they waterproof this iPod Shuffle so I can swim in it. Woo! Pretty cool stuff. Audio flood. Send me more. And then I am that far in Shoe Dog, Phil Knight. If you guys haven't read this yet. So this is another one of those things where you guys are like, well, Zach, how do you get much done? Well, when I go to the gym and I'm not swimming, I get on this bike and I just read or I watch and consume specific content. So I'm that far to end. This book is really good. And what I really appreciate about this book is that it's broken up into years. And I've been told it doesn't do this, but basically, and I haven't gone this far, but it like doesn't get to like even like the Michael Jordan stuff at all is what I've heard. So it gets to 1980. So my guess is that, so I got 11 years left. Really interesting stuff. We talk about how hard it is to do stuff now. With this, man, this guy, Phil Knight, the founder of Nike, that is some incredible stuff. This guy right here, Shoe Dog, Phil Knight, this guy's incredible. So I'm many years in, I guess. Like I said, they do it by years. What's up, Wayne? How you doing? What's incredible, though, is like he has to literally do snail mail to get contracts. And the business is called Blue Ribbon. I'm guessing at some point it becomes Nike. I don't know. It hasn't yet. But it's really interesting because he literally has to mail stuff to everyone. I just think that's really freaking crazy. Contracts. I guess I don't know why there's no phones at that point. I don't know why he's not doing that. There's definitely no text messages or anything like that. Like, it's incredible. Check out the book. I will check out the Creative Inc. I'm not really as crazy as it sounds. Like, I don't consume a lot of books, or I'll read a lot of I consume a decent amount of content, but what's interesting is I don't read a lot of books start to finish, or not at all. So like, I've also started, Think and Grow Rich, Damon John's book Power Broke. Let's story about Pixar. I mean, there's just so many things, right? I mean, it's hard to consume. I've read my book like a million times, but I'm reading this. I'm getting closer. Put it back here. I'll probably continue it the next time I go to the gym, or at least do that kind of workout. My point is, when you can hear kind of firsthand stories from people, it's always pretty cool. And this thing, the fact that it has nothing to do with technology really, or the technology that we think about today, it's really cool stuff. So don't be a liar. Do exactly what you say you're going to do. So if you tell people to do something, do it yourself. And look, at the end of the day, you can miss it a couple of times and be okay. Thank you guys for wishing me a happy birthday. For those of you that I didn't do it directly, maybe I will next year. Also, send out an email on my birthday. I've never really done that before. It's kind of interesting. I stole the concept from other people. I've seen other people do it. I just was like, oh, from the Kickstarter, I was like, oh, maybe we should do this. So appreciate you guys always watching. It's going to be a busy week for me this week, but obviously I'll be here each and every single weekday. It's something that I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about doing these Zack Miller Lives. This was episode 31. I don't know how that comes out, so maybe it's a 1 and a 3 or 3 and a 1. I think that's a prime number. Pretty sure it's a prime number. And look, just appreciate it. If you guys enjoy what you're watching, feel free to subscribe so that you can get notifications of when all this content is coming live. If you guys subscribe on iTunes or YouTube, on those channels, there is both this Zack Miller Live and then also the 1004 Show, which is deep dive interviews into people you've probably never heard of, which is exactly what I love to do. If you guys have guests that you want to have on the show, or if you have a topic of choice, let me know. Appreciate your time. Actually, I just remember this. My boy JJ Robertson, JJ, who is actually going to win the Warrior Award in the WWE Hall of Fame. It's his birthday. It's a very courageous and fearless kid who I think needed a kidney. I can't remember the exact thing, but shout out to my main man, Jarius. If you guys have never followed him, check him out. Let me find his exact Twitter. He is such an inspiration. This kid, you guys really should. Let's see. His Twitter is just straight up Jarrus. Jarrius. Check out this kid. Today's his birthday. Want to give him a shout out. Super proud of this kid. Super, he's just awesome. I'll give you guys a quick look at who he is. This is him. But he had open heart surgery, I believe, something like that. You've seen him, ESPN's giving him awards. He's funny as crap. If you guys haven't checked him out, definitely do it. There's his Twitter right there. Appreciate y'all's time today. This message is not brought to you by Tabasco Chipotle Edition, but it could be next time. Thanks. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.